Hey there, I'm Jen. Welcome to my shop, Sentimental Wood Art. Come along and join me on my woodworking journey as I create things that just touch my heart and make me smile, and learn to get more creative with each adventure and project that I dive into. Can't forget my puppies since I'm a dog walker. A lot of the things I do are meant to spark creativity and share ideas. I hope you find something that generates an idea for you. If you've seen my past videos, you know that there's a rule at our house for Christmas. We do one homemade gift and one activity. So my homemade gift this year is going to be a heart-shaped box, and it has to fit in this compass. So it sort of combines an activity as well. If we choose to go geocaching, we can use the compass. But of course, phones work just as well. So this heart seems to be a decent size, but then I need to find a thick enough piece of wood for the compass to fit. Does that work? Yeah, it seems like that it's going to be a little tight. So I'm going to do this walnut crotch for the outside, and then Padauk. Is this Padauk? Padauk is more purple, right? I've got to get my woods right, but I think this is Padauk for the top, and then find a thin piece of wood. Evidently somebody needs some attention. If you can hear my lovely beastie who's like, I need attention. Before I get started on the scroll saw, I always get my magnifying glass out and go through and make sure that I've gotten all of my drill holes where I need them to be. It's amazing to me how much, even with this detail, I go through, and it's not until I actually thread my first one and cut a few out that I'm like, oh, I missed a spot. Now I have to drill again. I missed that spot. As you can see, I had to go back and drill. That is just crazy. If you haven't noticed, I'd like to point out that I am completely eyeballing all of this as I'm working on the scroll saw, which I'm not sure is the smartest thing in the world. I'm kind of making up this box as I go along, and I'm noticing this doesn't match. I should have done them all together. Now the trick will be, how do I sand this, or do I just ballpark it when I glue it? And I also was thinking for this lid, it might be okay that the walnut is showing, but how do I get it to stay so it just doesn't slide around? I've got to create a lip, and I was going to create a lip by drawing from this inside, but since this doesn't match, that's not going to work. But it needs to fit into this, so I should do it that way. Good grief. I made this lip so the box wouldn't slide around, but when I do this, because I want this compass to go into the box, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to make it teeny, like cut another heart out to make it work. So let's see what happens. I was thinking that I was going to poly these before I glued them together, but I'm realizing once I get them glued together, I probably need to take a good sanding to all of this before I poly it. So, and I'm also realizing I should have Googled how to do this before I just started making it up. So now that I'm almost done, I went online to try and figure out how do I get this together with it actually looking like a box and not a complete mess. And wouldn't you know it, Steve Good had a heart-shaped box. I'm including the link in this, but one tip that he said, and I'm not sure that I'm remembering this correctly, was if you wanted to glue the lip on, you probably need to use the middle of the box as a guide to glue. So that's what I'm going to do. One problem I'm having, since my husband's home, where do I dry it and clamp it and glue it so he doesn't see? Hopefully it won't move. All right, let's see how I did. All right. Well, that's a bummer. Look at that. Don't like that. I wonder. So that didn't work so well. Well, I don't think I can sand this much, but let's see what I can do. What do you think? Danish oil's too dark, I think.
I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get all 3 layers to match as well as I was hoping for. You can see where it's hanging over the edge at the tip, and then the heart's not matching there. Let's see if I sand it a little bit, if it gets any better at all.
Fortunately, my husband was kind and focused on the parts that he liked. I think of what he said was, "You're the key to my heart." Aw. Well, that was the sentiment of the box. So, success.